Right, so this is my first vlog, and so I am in the process of actually walking to go get some food. I got here super late. It's Boston is my first day, and it's literally like 11:50 p.m. I'll be going to try Wendy's first, which is one of my favorite fast food restaurants, and then if that doesn't work, we will see. We might be hunting around for a while before we actually find some actual sustenance. So I go to Wendy's, which is one of the only places open around here. And I'm like, okay, they're open. They say they're open until 2 a.m. And I'm like, no problem. So I walk and I find out that, hey, it's only the drive-thru that's open, not the actual restaurant. And so they're like, you need a car to get here. And so I go up to the window and there's like a janitor that's like cleaning up, and I like hand motion to him and I'm like, can I order? He's like, no. And then he says something about like a mobile app. And I was like, Wendy's has a mobile app? I didn't really know that. So basically I go through and I download the stupid mobile app, put my order in. I stood awkwardly outside the drive-thru window. So wait, and I see a guy, one of the workers, packing up what looks like was what I ordered. He like starts walking out of the restaurant, and then he finally hands it to me. So I was successful. I got my Wendy's now, and I'm not gonna go hungry tonight. I'll be very curious to hear, Sham, what you think of the last episode. So today is a story of me kind of going in with a plan and just realizing that, hey, that's not always going to happen. I also just went on a little impromptu hike with some of my friends after getting to our hotel here. You know, I have this like nice camera that I have just now gotten, and I spent a lot of time researching it and all the features, and I plan to like use this camera for all of my stuff. There was this one part of the hike we were going down some pretty like treacherous terrain. It was hard to keep my balance because I'm not wearing the right type of shoes, and it was going downhill. I was afraid I was gonna basically fall on my face and break my camera, so I had to put my camera away. And if I wanted to take any pictures or photos during that part of the trip, I basically had to just use my iPhone because my regular camera wasn't gonna cut it. I didn't have it out. It was just a reminder that, hey, I need to just play it by ear a little bit more. And we ended up getting to this really nice lake, by the way, and took some great pictures and great photos, and we didn't even know that we were going to do that. And so I'm just going to take it a little bit easier, take it one step at a time, and we will see what happens.
So this is 27. Doesn't matter what I've been through. I should grow up too, but I still act like I'm 11. I'm not emotionally sound since I left you. And no, I don't like to be the bad guy. I won't be surprised if I'm the last one out. But I had you where I wanted.
Ended up actually going on a hike with my friends in the afternoon. I'm an introvert at heart, so whenever I'm on a trip like this, especially when I'm with people all day long, and especially now post-COVID, where I spent most of the last year all alone, one thing I'm always just wondering is, how long am I going to have fun? No matter how much I like the people I'm with, which I I like these people that I'm with a lot. They're some of my closer friends from when I started working in Texas. There's always sort of a question of just, when is my introvert energy going to come out? And so I've noticed a couple things. So the first thing is that the hike itself was actually really fun. It was a couple hours long and it was kind of hard, and it was actually climbing up a pretty steep mountain. And I think I've noticed that, first of all, when there's like activities involved, I'm just a lot happier because I don't always feel like I have to dedicate all this mental energy to keeping up the conversation. And so the hike was really fun. And then the other thing I noticed, so we got back to the hotel after the hike, and I was feeling kind of tired, and I was like kind of sleep deprived also from earlier in the day. We were actually like walking to the restaurant, and it was raining, and I slipped and fell and hurt my knee. Luckily we were near Walgreens when this happened, so I was like, okay guys, I'm gonna go run to the Walgreens real quick and basically get some Band-Aids for myself. And so just actually that quick break from Walgreens, I felt completely refreshed, and then I went back and sat down with my friends, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to go again, even though it was only 5 minutes. So it's just a matter of me learning about myself, about what makes me most likely to be happy in any situation, because I really love being on trips like this and having a good time. And it's okay to give myself a break and take care of myself and recharge.
Sé que tú estás arrepentida por los momentos que perdí al lado tuyo. Solo contigo, mi amor. Extraño tus labios y tu mirar. Piel morena hermosa, olor de mar. Oye, costeñita, te voy a besar al frente de la playa, qué buen lugar. Momentos tan ricos para recordar. Es que todo contigo es tan real. Hay cosas que no se pueden contar, que a los suegros no le van a gustar.
One thing that I've been thinking a lot about during this vacation is just, what is it that makes actually a good vacation? There are just two related things that have been in my mind when it comes to what makes a good vacation. The first is this idea that people have that vacation should basically be an escape from normal life. I talk to friends, I talk to coworkers, I talk to people, and a lot of people think about, okay, I'm on vacation now. That means that I don't have to pay attention to work. I can kind of let myself go, let loose. And for me, this really came up around when I was thinking about, okay, am I going to actually work out during this vacation? Am I going to try to eat healthy? I think the problem I have with this mindset is, okay, if you're using your vacation as a chance to escape from your normal life. And so then what does that mean about your normal life and what you should maybe think about doing to make it so that it's not something that you feel like you have to escape from? I've done my best in my normal life to really make these things that I enjoy and that I think are a good part of my life that I actually want to keep going. So for instance, today I went and worked out and I had a good time. So that's the first thing, this mindset that your vacation is an escape that I think is kind of problematic, at least for myself. And then the second thing that's related is just the idea of what is it that you want to spend your time doing during your vacation, and in particular, whenever it kind of deviates from sort of the norm of what people do. And so, for instance, one thing that I think a lot of people like to do is go to the beach. And we're probably going to go to the beach tomorrow, and it'll be fun, and I kind of want to see it, but I have like very low tolerance for actually just like laying on the beach and doing nothing. And so I'll probably, we'll go to the beach, I'll probably, lay around for a little bit, like maybe I'll go walk around and film, hopefully. Maybe I'll do something more active and closer to what I actually want to do, but it's okay if you don't want to do the normal things that people want to do. So to sum it up, my advice, do what you want during your vacation. Don't try to treat it too much as an escape from normal life. And if you really feel that way about your vacations, you should maybe think about your normal life and changes to make it less needing to be escaped from. One notable thing from a couple of nights ago is actually that my friends and I were out at dinner, and we got into a conversation about coronavirus, and specifically things like, you know, should you wear a mask if you're already vaccinated and you're not required to. And so don't want to get into the details of that debate and what's right or wrong, but one takeaway that we had is that none of us, even though we kind of all disagreed on the question at hand, none of us really trusted people to be truthful about their vaccination status, which was just, I think, pointing out an underlying lack of trust in strangers that has somewhat developed among us, especially in the last year. And then fast forward to yesterday, probably the most notable thing that we did yesterday was we actually went whale watching, which involved us going pretty far out to sea. Like, it took us like an hour to get out to the spot where there were whales. So anyway, you know, we're going out, and I think everything's fine. But then we get pretty far out and start hitting some massive waves and some like pretty massive turbulation. And they had advised ahead of time that, you know, we should bring some Dramamine with us if we get seasick. And I have so little experience actually on boats and just doing things in the water in general, because I'm from Kansas, that I didn't really know if I was susceptible to seasickness or not. But later found out that I definitely am. And I spent a lot of time at the back of the boat, just kind of sitting down, trying not to feel too sick. Luckily, I didn't throw up. But the reason I bring this up is a couple of surprising things actually happened. The first was that there was an old couple and an old woman who said that she was a nurse, and she saw that I was just like looking sick, and she actually offered me some Dramamine. She's like, I'm a nurse, hey, have this, you're supposed to take 2 of these. And then a few minutes later, this other couple, this younger couple with the daughter, came up to me and also saw I was looking sick and was basically like, hey, do you want some pretzels? And I was like, this is so nice and so unexpected. And you know, especially after that other conversation around how you can't trust anyone, just realizing that, hey, maybe strangers aren't all bad, and maybe there's a little bit more hope than what we had discussed in our earlier dinner.
Nunca termina lo que empiezas. No hubo ni una despedida. No sé si es que te crees mucho o es que estás perdida. Esto es como un rompecabezas, porque no le encuentro salida. No lo sé. Oiga, señorita.
All right, thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed that. I definitely had a ton of fun making it, and it's my first video of this type, so I'd really appreciate hearing what you think. And I also just want to thank my friends for a really great time. These are friends from like, I think 10 years ago, and I just feel really lucky that we managed to stay connected all of this time. So if you like this video, hit the like button, which will help others find it. And if you want to see more like this, hit the subscribe button, which will make sure that you won't miss a single video. Thanks for watching. Peace.